Oh, I love all that peppy music that charges you and brings you forward to the next level. Welcome to MP Bytes with me, Madhavi, Bathula, and Dr. Padmaja Nandigama, who doesn't need any much reintroduction than if you have been observing and following all our shows and information that we've been sharing over the time. And let's first welcome Dr. Padmaja. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing good, Madhavi. How are you? Long
I,
time no see, but it's good to be back.
I know. I was like wondering where you'll say, Madhvi, something new again. Well, that's how I am. I'm like, I start something new every week and I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing lots of stuff right now.
Right. And that's what we have here. Two people who are restless, who are creating something new every few months. So now we both come together. So what do we have? We have MP Bytes, Madhavi Padmaja Bytes. So watch out, world. We are here.
And it's also most empowering times, the
Right.
bites and sections where we give you lots
Yeah.
to club together and create your own, you know, CD or information that you want to move forward. Over the time, you have seen Dr. Padmaja and me coming together and doing a couple of shows and many shows for different audiences across the globe. They have been well appreciated, well received, and considering that it is a market where people want more freshness, new stuff every other phase of time, we have brought together another concept for you, MB Bytes, where we'll be introducing you to many wonderful people who will be accessible to your needs, whether it is infrastructure, whether it's construction, whether it is any medical fraternity, attorneys, lawyers, information, technology, even household tips, everything that comes together, people who are considered experts in that. You can argue with them, you can debate with them, you can talk with them, and also give your share of information with all those people who are learned in their field. Right, Padmaja?
Yes, definitely. You know what, Madhavi, if some things have to happen, they will happen always. And for the last 2 years we've been associated, and we wanted to do this, like create a platform where we can introduce other friends of ours or artists and professionals and introduce them to our mutual friends and create a stage where we can share our expertise, right? So I'm really really glad that we are doing this, and I'm really looking forward to all these creative juices which have started flowing.
You've been a very patient woman out there because you know the way I've been hopping from one step to other, and then you've been just there. You said whenever you come back, I'll always be here for you. That was the best part. And every time you call, I'm like, I'll call you back. I'm on a call, and you always answered it back with a smile, never questioning what are you up to.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're up to something good, right? See, that's the whole part. During this pandemic, what I realized is it's not about what we do professionally or what we do for a living. It's what we do on the side. How are we keeping ourselves busy and living with a purpose?
Mhm.
Finding that moment where we are enjoying and doing something for ourselves. And I've noticed that using this social media, I've seen people show their talents, they're
Mhm.
sharing their art, and I want to share that with everybody. I
Mhm.
want to enjoy that by sharing.
You've been such a busy professor and a faculty member, and you have your blogs, you have your video programs, you have your seminars and webinars that you do. And apart from that, you take time out to paint. So, is that your musing, or it's something completely different that you have pursued during this pandemic?
You know what, I just thought, like, I felt the need to focus on myself, and it was like a meditative stage. When I
Mhm.
paint, I feel that I'm not a great artist.
Mhm.
I learned watching YouTube videos. I taught myself. I did
Mhm.
take some classes some 15 years back, but
Mhm.
during this pandemic I watched YouTube videos, I watched other artists, and then I started slow, but then I started enjoying it while I was doing, because for hours together I could sit and meditate, and the end product was good. And when I shared this on the social media, I got the appreciation from my friends.
Uh-huh.
A pat on the back and saying you're such a great influence on me, and so that sort of motivated me to do more.
Mhm.
And finding that space where I could enjoy that calmness really wanted me to do more. What
Mhm.
happens is when that clears the clutter in your brain, it
Mhm.
gives more space for more creativeness.
True.
It makes me a more happy person, so people would want to be around me, and all the happy things and good things. So
There was always this constant fear for me that apart from boredom, I don't want to oversell myself. But then
right.
I also realized that if there's something that I can provide to such a big audience in different pockets. Every time my audience could vary from 20 people to 10,000, 20,000 people watching us at a time. It used to give me a sense of responsibility, not a sense of pride, but a sense of responsibility to understand that if a small conversation has this kind of power, yes, like you always talk about statistics, that everything can get brushed away, but if you're able to change one person's outlook or thinking, you know that you've made your day. It could be in any form. It could just be saying that how to put a pressure cooker or to build a house. It could be anything from there. And I also want to thank you for a couple of other things, that the kind of people you have introduced me in the last couple of years, such immensely educated, technically speaking, and from the soul perspective also so rich. It has completely changed my life. I know those groups of messages from all these Ivy Leaf colleges and organizations that come to me in this time. It has definitely enriched me, and I felt it is a complete responsibility and a gratitude moment that I should start this with you, MP Bytes, and give it back to the community in a different format.
Thank you so much, Madhavi. You know what? That responsibility which you say is what makes me wanting to do more.
Hmm.
I sit here and say, okay, I have this PhD in psychology and I know so many subjects. I've learned astrology from my dad.
Uh-huh.
I am a life coach. I'm a motivational speaker. How am I giving back to the community? I want to share. I want to help students. She's got, a busy lifestyle, happy family. And then she says, I don't feel that I am doing my potential. So I said,
True.
okay, doing your career well in your career, or cooking every day for your family is different, but what are you doing for yourselves you
That is
know
such a confusing question, Padmaja. That's what exactly where I'm coming to. That is it boredom that is making me or us start something new, because our need from the market is so becomes so instant, right? It's so become so fast. The shelf life of any information has become just for seconds. By the time you forward it to somebody, something new has happened, and the previous information definitely just loses its value or strength. And what is it that is making people reach out for more and more things? Is there something we can do that can stabilize our mind? It's not about greed. It's even the need for information. Can we stabilize it some way? What any tips, suggestions that you want to give?
See, this is I would like to see this a little bit in a spiritual way.
Uh-huh.
In this pandemic, I also learned some spiritual teachings from a guru, and then did some readings. And what I learned is we are all on a journey, and
Mm-hmm.
we are trying to find our purpose. So, in search of that purpose, we try different things. And when
Mm-hmm.
we find that particular act or chore or a job which really locks into our soul, which locks into our purpose,
Mm-hmm.
that's the aha moment. That's when you feel satisfied. Till then, you're restless. You are on this path, trying to wade through this journey and then find that ultimate goal. So you have, and also you have to come in tune with your goal, with your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So till then, you're going to feel confused. If you're feeling bored, that means it's not for you. You need
Mm-hmm.
to change the path. You need to change your goal or priority.
True.
When you really like, or when you're really enjoying, you don't feel boredom.
True. And there's nothing wrong about being a jack of all trades, because you want to see and experience everything in life. Very
Right.
few people are extremely focused to just follow one path. And of
Mhm.
course, those people are definitely going to be part of this program. But apart from that, also people who have tried multiple lines of profession, because sometimes I feel our identity is always defined by a profession, but that's not what it's going to be. It's going to be something more than that. They are very renowned, successful professionals also who are still looking for a journey where they're trying to understand what exactly is it that they're missing. And the pandemic definitely has come in a different form of a blessing, that many of people have tried to understand whether priority is a priority, a necessity, or it has become just a boredom of life.
Yeah. See, when you say boredom, and the priority, I read a book by James Hillman called Soul's Code. In
Mm-hmm.
that soul code, what he says is like all of us have a code. And
Mm-hmm.
when your code matches with the code of the other person,
Mm-hmm.
or the code of your purpose or the goal, it locks it, and then you will feel that satisfaction. We are all in search of that code matching. Okay,
Right.
be it person. So why do you feel happy when you're talking to certain people, or why do
True.
you feel happy when you're doing certain chore but not otherwise, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it is because you need to have that the song and dance thing going on. The tuning has to happen.
True,
So you
true.
need to search for that. If you don't know where to find, how to find, there are mentors, there are people, there are guides who
Mhm.
will help you reach your purpose or reach your
Purpose.
goal.
Because I've also noticed that people are so fearful about mistakes, and they say you've come to a certain age. Why would you want to restart everything? And I'm always of the thought that it's just one life to live. If I want to try something, this is the only time left. I don't know whether I'm going to get a second chance any other time. A
Correct?
second chance which I can give myself. Why wait for somebody else to give? And you have been a witness to all the things that I have tried during the pandemic. So many beautiful new ventures, and media was something that I wanted to stay away a little bit. Somehow it all got me pulled into the same direction at some point. You've also seen me gardening, working in the fields, working with people who actually bring the food to us, the crops, how they have grown. And thanks to the brutal winter in this side of the world, that I had to just stall myself. But given a chance, I may go back to my farms again.
Right, right. Yeah,
But that enriched me as a person. It enriched me as a person to see so many things that we take for granted. We just go to a store, pick up those beautiful valentine flowers, or pick up a chocolate cake, or even a fruit. It's surprising to know that so many people out there do not even know how cashews are grown, or how a fruit comes out, or how orange juice is made. Those basic elementary things that some of us have experienced in our childhood, growing up, climbing trees, picking up a raw mango, trying to eat that. Today those experiences have become very, very rare, and I see that during the pandemic, more and more people have done a re-engineering of this entire lifestyle and gone back to the roots, and it
yeah.
makes me very
Gone back to
happy.
the nature,
Nature.
nature outside, go for walks or things like that. You don't need to go to exotic locations, and during this pandemic, what has happened is people are always in that zone of fear of missing out, FOMO.
Right.
What is happening? Why is everybody having a lot of fun while I am missing out? We also have to cultivate something called JOMO, joy of missing out. We have to understand that it's okay if I'm missing something. Just live in this space and enjoy what is there in front of you.
But what is
Enjoy this
missing
moment.
out mean, actually, Padmaja? I mean, why would I be missing out something which I have never tried again? Or do you think it is my zeal or need to try something that I'm missing out? How do you define missing out being? If
Missing
I've
out means
experienced,
you're competing, you're comparing yourself, like say for example, you on Saturday morning you open the Facebook page, you see people having enjoyment in exotic locations or having a gala time at a party, and you think, I was at home watching TV in my pajamas, and nobody invited me. Oh, my life is like so bad. But then you need to understand, you know maybe they are not having fun, it's only a picture, and you are unnecessarily comparing yourself with them and feeling left out, and your self-esteem drops. So it
this
happens to a lot
social
of
media
people.
has done such a damage to our thing, but I think we still have many stable minds out there who know the difference between that. This is a joyous moment that people want to share with everybody and invite you to enjoy that moment with them. And that's the purpose some people share. And some people, if it's giving you that feeling of FOMO, then I think it is something definitely to work on, rather than feel awkward or embarrassed about it. I think the more we talk about it, the more we come out of this feeling, oh, it was such an ugly moment for me, but it's okay to talk, whether to me, to you, or to anybody else. I think we will be helping each other more. And I think you rightly mentioned when we were discussing earlier that, not only people, it's your young, impressionable ones around you who are watching you, how you're reacting to somebody's post or a forward or an information that has been posted on the news website or any information that is coming. Our reactions are the fastest way of, somebody learning from you.
Oh yeah, I see modeling. People learn by observing. People learn by associating. So that's why we want to create this platform. We want to present different personalities coming from different walks of life. So we learn watching them. We
True.
learn listening to their stories. Everybody has a story to share. Everybody has a story to tell. So maybe when they are sharing their story, we associate. This is exactly what I'm going through. And what are the strategies she used or he used to come over that? So we are going to do exactly the same. So and mental health is so important in all this, that we want to be that platform where people can come and talk and relax and find resources to enrich their lives.
Absolutely. And friends, when some of our guests who are going to be joining us very soon, when they share some information that you would be hearing to, you would be like, you too? And they'll
Yeah.
say, yes, me too. And together we will know that we all can too work towards a better you and me too. Thank you so much, Padmaja, for today coming forward and introducing this series that we've been working on. And I think we've done many pilot episodes and we've got some great reviews. So we just wanted to introduce to our new audience with this platform, and we look forward to kickstarting it as
Yes,
soon
yes,
as
excited for MP
immediately.
Bytes, right?
MP
Madhavi
Bytes.
Padmaja Bytes, and we are looking for all the feedback. If you want to participate and ask any questions and give us good feedback, please do. We welcome all the feedback. We want to give you the best uh, show ever. Yeah,
Yes, a slice of life, bite by bite with MP Bytes. Thank you.
thank you.